coaches, welcome all back to this second stage of our coaches updation clinic. I think all are healthy and safe. Okay, slowly our coaches are joining in. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes before we start. Okay, request all of you to mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Yeah. Okay, today we are going to have a series of today and then on Thursday we're going to do spin bowling. I think it's going to be a very interesting session, and we are very privileged, and we are fortunate enough to have Shashi sir back with us to take sessions on spin bowling. I think there is no one more experienced than him in Kerala to cover this topic of spin bowling. So I welcome you, Shashi sir.
Thank you.
Session. Welcome you on everyone's behalf.
Thanks a lot.
Great to have you back with us, and good to hear you teaching us again. Thank you, sir. Please, I think we can start. I think we are on time. We can start. You can start presenting.
Okay.
And, start, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, everyone can see the first page.
No, sir. Presentation is not yet coming. I think it's
not coming.
Yet to come.
Yet to come. I have already
present ചെയ്തോ?
Present എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. Okay. I have to share it.
Share ചെയ്യണം sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's coming. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, good morning. It's been some time. I am able to interact. It's almost 2 years now. I hope everyone is fine. It's been a very tough few months. The last few months have been very tough. Almost confining at home, not able to do anything. The COVID-19 pandemic has completely thrown our life out of gear. But now KC has come up with this online coaching thing, which is at least the coaches can get updated, refreshed, and can help the trainees once the training starts, or else even you can also do it online wherever possible. If you are able to do it one-on-one sessions, fine. Some of you might be already doing it, and some of you may not be doing it because of the lockdowns and the confinement zones and all those things. Whatever said and done, let's start. I was told it's an error and correction class, and I'll be taking on spin bowling. Today I'll be taking the finger spinners, and on 6th Thursday I'll be taking the wrist spinners. As you all guys know, the finger spinners, I'll just go on to it because this is the first time I'm doing an online coaching thing. It has a lot of limitations. When we do it practically in front of everyone, it's much easier. We can interact directly. You can see me. If there is any doubt, I can demonstrate and all those things. But now it's slightly limited role only. Only thing I can just show certain things, and then I can show certain drills so that you will be able to relate. And then we'll see later on the question and answer sessions. If there is any doubt, we'll do it. And even later, if you guys have any doubt, you can come back to me and do it. Finger spinners, right arm off spinners and left arm orthodox. everyone knows normally the spinners are the match winners. The medium pacers in India are playing a very active role nowadays, and they have been winning matches. Mainly, I would say the incapability of the spinners. Even on spinner-friendly wickets, they have not been that much productive like earlier days, because the quality of spinners have come down in Indian cricket. We all are responsible for that also, because too much of T20 cricket and one-day cricket is completely stopping the spinners to flight the ball, the drift and turns, and because most of the times when you go and play 4-day matches, even under 19 and all those things, most of them do play on good batting tracks, and they don't know how to do it. They keep pushing the ball, they get hammered. So you need to know how to go about it. In the error and correction part, we will just go through it. The finger spinners, what are the important the basics already? Someone might have already spoken to you guys. The grip, run up, action, release, follow through. Anyone has to be successful at the top flight, he got to have a sound basic. No doubt about that. The grip, everyone knows it got to be a strong grip, run up, got to have some adequate measured length, as well as your angle of run up is supposed to be very important, because the next point is action. Because if your angle of run up is right, for an off spinner, angle of run up is more closer towards the stumps, you can get into a very good side on position, and then you can release the ball from closer to the wicket, and you will have a good follow through if you have a short stride and certain things that we will talk about later when we see certain mistakes. I'll let you guys know. I hope everyone can hear me. I think you guys may not be able to discuss with me.
Yes, sir. We can hear you. We can hear you clearly, sir.
Thanks to know. I think so. These points we'll be discussing it. These points we'll be analyzing it with the bowlers. We are analyzing it. So let's go on to the first thing. I got this from Tinu. Thanks a lot, Tinu, for helping me out. I got Srivardhan Murali and Raham Rahim as off spinners, and left arm spinners Yadu Krishnan. Even Sijo I got, but Sijo's the side down action is on the other side, so I am not able to. I won't be able to play because we have to see the front on as well as the side on and the back. And here I got Srivardhan Murali, right arm off spinner, front view. I'll just play it. You guys just see it exactly. You might be able to see and analyze on your own. You can presume what's going on, what he is doing it, from where he is bowling. This is slightly on the slower mode. I'll show you a normal one, normal speed. This is the actual speed, actual run up. Again, I will show you. Watch. Okay. Now you might have already seen it. The Kottayam boys might be already aware of it. They might have already done the video analysis of Srivardhan. Now, let me go on to it. What are the faults? I'll just touch upon so that you guys can relate it. I'll show you the faults, in fact. And then we will go on to the thing. You see the faults in the run-up. He starts from a very wide angle, approaches towards the return crease. And the action part, we will do it later. Back foot lands behind and outside the body line. This you understand. You just get it. I will show it exactly what it means. Some of you may not be knowing it because the crossover doesn't happen. That is why the back foot lands behind and outside the body line. It is supposed to be under the body or around about near the body line. It cannot be way outside the thing. His front foot lands much across. Release point is past vertical. Back leg drive. Back leg comes across and falls to the side. We will revisit this page again once we see the slow motion. And I will show you exactly how to go about. You see now, we'll have the slow motion part. I'm playing you 3-4 times because most of you are coaches. I was told that level A, level B, and level C, as well as all the coaches who are part of the state teams and all will be only participating in these things. No beginners. So I'm just showing it. You can analyze yourself. You can have your own opinion. Everything. At the end of the class, we can have our discussion. Anything you want to tell me or you want to correct me, you're most welcome. And now I'll just go on to it. You see, these two lines, I have already shown it here. This is the line. You can just see it. Become. Yeah, this is the line I'm telling. He is coming. Return crease will be somewhere here. He's way outside the return crease and he's coming in. He's coming in closer to the return crease. Slightly jumps in, but his foot falls because his angle of run up is so, so much angle is not. He needs to be towards the wicket. He needs to be more towards the wicket, his momentum. But it is coming from here, bound to fall. Oh, this is the thing. Here, I have drawn another line. This is the ideal line. I have drawn it a bit straight. It should be slightly across. This is slightly wrong what I have written. I have drawn it. I didn't get much time. So this is the thing. He should be coming from here and coming closer to the wicket. His foot, right foot, left foot should be landing here. He lands here, but you see how he's going about. Watch. This is what I meant in the run-up. He comes from a very wide angle. He's leaning a lot. His stride length, we won't be knowing from the front-on vision. We can see it from the side-on vision. It's much big. As he near the stumps, he shortened his stride. I will again exactly, I'll come on to it when you see the side-on vision, why he's shortening it. Most of you might be knowing, I have already discussed this in our classes. You see now, he's getting into a gather position. Both arms going together. He's not leading with the bowling arm. Normally, bowlers all need to just load with the bowling arm. In fact, rather I would say lead with your bowling arm and then get into the side-on position. You get time. Normally you just go in, you go up. When you go up, you're bound to come down. You see how he goes? He goes much high. Too high for a spinner. This is what I meant. You see, he's now jumping in. His bottom rear foot should be landing here. Where he is landing, you watch. Way behind his body. Now you know exactly when his front foot lands. You see, his front foot is landed. His head is tilted because his body has fallen because of the angle of run-up only. The angle of run-up is pushing him into a spot. If the angle is better, most of the times, normally we do get better in our delivery stride. We normally correct all the things at the delivery stride. Absolutely wrong. The cause is somewhere else. That is what I want to come across. You see? You can see the foot. It's almost 46 degrees. Something around 25 degrees is acceptable. Anything more, you're bound to fall. Now onto the release point. He's coming in. You watch. Normally the head comes in line with your toe, and for a right arm off spinner, the release point will be slightly away from his head. It should be somewhere here. It should be somewhere here, where he is so much away. He's way past vertical. You can see it. It's way past vertical. These lines I am showing it. His head has fallen. His head is supposed to be here. It's here. That is what I'm showing it. Now you see how his rear foot is coming. Watch. It's more like a right arm leg spinner. His rear foot should be coming down the wicket so that he comes here. Now in his follow through, he is falling to the sides. He's falling to the sides. This is what I meant. Again, you guys want to go back? Let's do it. You may have to rush off. You won't have much time. As all you guys are experienced coaches, and most of you guys have already attended my classes. I don't want to repeat certain things. I hope you guys understand this. You see now, he's jumping in and his rear foot goes behind his body. This is what I meant. If his angle is better, his momentum will be more towards the wicket. The rear foot will be under your body. Then all these things, leaning of body towards the offside, doesn't happen. You won't fall to the sides. You will maintain your momentum towards the wicket. That's very important. Why we need it, I'll discuss it the next slide. You see, he's pushing it. Even though his rear foot does, the front foot has come closer, it could have been somewhere near the off stump. It should be here. So what happens when you get into a side on position? Normally many people say you have to pivot. The pivot is a reaction. Pivot happens on its own when you are into a side on position. The feet does pivot. It is pivoting for him. But only thing is his rear foot is coming way across from behind. He goes much of a thing. Now we'll revisit the page again. This is what I said. Run up, he starts. What is ideal? From a slight angle, approach close to the stump. What should be his back foot landing? He lands behind and outside the body line. Crossover of your back foot in front of the front foot should happen. And it needs to land within base or body. It needs to land within base so that you have balance. When you have balance, you will have control. When you have control, your ball will be much more effective. That is what you can bowl in a length which you personally you might have already decided whether he's a front foot batsman or back foot batsman and all. All this happens when you have a balance and controlled body position. How is his front foot? It's slightly more across. Must be slightly across. I said around 25 degrees is good enough. That's enough. It should be slightly across, toe pointing towards fine leg. Release point past vertical. Release slightly away from head. Slightly away from head. People do say, some people say at 11 o'clock and all for an off spinner. 11 o'clock is almost for a leg spinner. Maybe a bit more between 10 and 11. But for an off spinner, it is slightly away. It's very important to get slightly away and come closer to the stump and bowl, because the drift will take the ball across the eye line of the batsman, and then it drops and then turns in. It becomes difficult to judge. Normally, the batsmen do play easily. With the spin, they normally play very, I'm talking about slightly higher, elite level cricket. All these things are very important, and we do coach our boys to reach that sort of level. So you need the drift. The dip happens because if you have a strong body action, the dip happens. The drift only happens if your releasing point is right. Now you can say, you can ask me, even if you bowl from the middle of the crease, the drift happens. Yes, it does happen. But the drift will take the ball much further away to the offside. And if he's a very strong backward player, he will kill us. So if the drift is just from closer to the stump, it's very difficult. From there, the ball does turn in, slightly outside of stump, it does turn in, and you can just bowl the straighter ones also. So all the spinners, attacking fielders like the slips, self, as well as the short mitigate comes into play. It's very important these three fielders have a big role to play when you are coaching a boy. You got to keep harping on it. For an off spinner, most of the batsmen do play with the spin. And when the ball is drifting and turning, it's very difficult to play against the spin boys. I'm telling. So you got to get that thing. That is what I mean. So the release should be very slightly away from your head for you to get the drift. Back leg drive. Back leg must drive forward towards the stump and down the wicket. Now we will go on to the next one. The side view. See, again I am showing a slightly slow thing. For the first man I am just slowing it down, and the normal speed again I will slow it down so that you guys will be able to relate it. We'll go back one more time. This is what I meant. He's shortening his stride when he is approaching the crease. When he's nearing the crease, you see, his strides are big. He's running in. And now he's shortening it. Why does the bowler shorten his stride? Most of you might be knowing it. I have already discussed this, and I will show it, and I will tell you exactly why. Now we will just see from the rear view points we will touch upon, and then we will go. You see, run up, stride is long, and he shortens his stride as he nears the stumps. I said, what happens when you shorten your stride? You lose your balance. Whatever momentum you have gained, you are slightly stopping it, and you may lose your balance because you are shuffling a bit. And you may, when you lose your balance, you do lose your control automatically. So ideally, what should be done? We will come back later. He jumps high, delivery stride slightly long, release point, loses height. These 4 points you just watch. Now we will go on to the slow motion. There you will be able to understand exactly what was. You see now, I just go frame by frame. It starts with a very small step, but the next step gets much bigger. Normally the spinners do walk in on the both of the feet. The stride is so small because we need to slightly get into a momentum, into a side down action and bowl. And there is only one action for a spinner, that is side down action. For the medium pacers, it's front on and side on. For a spinner, there is only one side on. And to get into a side on position, you need to turn your body in the jump only. Till then, you got to go straight. But if your strides are much bigger, you're rushing through. All these things will compromise your delivery stride. So the fault lies in your run up. Now he goes with a big stride, and now he starts running in. After the second stride, much bigger. See, now he's running in. Normally the spinners don't run with both the feet in the air at all. Medium pacers do run like that. His strides are much bigger. Now He is almost near the stump. Now he is shortening his stride. I have already told, and most of you might be aware of it also. I just revisit what I am telling again. I am telling because some of you might have not attended my classes. Normally we shorten our stride because the bowler feels he has neared the stump. Now if he goes with the same sort of momentum, he may go and bowl a no ball. He is bowling a no ball on this particular ball also, and he's shortening his stride. You see, the next step, he shortens some more, and his body, his head is behind. Your head is always supposed to be slightly ahead. It's the heaviest portion of your body, and you are lagging behind in your weight. Your leg is going to crumble. It's going to bend. You may not be able to get your momentum forward very easily. You are going to struggle. Now, why is shortening his stride? There may be two reasons. There may be many reasons. From my side, I'll tell you. I have also worked with Srivardhan Murali. He is running in too fast, and his strides are much bigger, and he's shortening his stride. If the measurement is right, then it's fine. If he's shortening his stride and he's walking in the first two steps and then slowly he's jogging in and coming and bowling, he may not be shortening his stride. But if he's still doing it, there is something wrong with the measurement. So again, you got to go back and measure it right. Some people do lengthen the stride when they near the bowling crease. Normally we do see it in medium paces. They do lengthen the stride because they feel they have not reached it. They are slightly behind in their delivery mode. So they lengthen the stride. All these things compromise your body position, your transfer of body weight, your release points, and the last one, the most important one, is your follow through. All these things will be compromised. I am going a bit detailed on the first man. Later on, I may not be touching upon the same thing again and again. So this is what you see now. Now you can see he's jumping too high with both hands together. He is not leading. He is not leading his bowling arm. His bowling arm needs to go forward. It's staying by the side of his body. From there he is loading. He is not leading with the bowling arm. Sorry. He's jumping too high. Non-bowling arm now goes high. He jumps slightly outside. Is he crossing over? You see, the crossover should happen, I was telling. He's crossing over, but because his body is falling, it has fallen outside his body. Now look at his stride. Much bigger. Non-bowling arm is coming hard and it's getting locked at hip. That is good. It's a strong lad. He's still able to, with a big, slightly longer stride. It's not too long. Slightly longer stride. He's still able to brace and bowl. But the only thing, he's losing height because the body is falling. For a spinner, you got to bowl from the maximum height. That's very important. You see how he's bowling? He's almost pushing it from his shoulder a bit. Shoulders are coming. If he's just bowling, it will come much faster. Down by the side of the body. His follow through steps. The first step is long, so he is able to follow through it. He is able to do this because his stride is not too big. We would prefer it to be much lesser so that its transfer of body weight happens. So you want to revisit one more time. It's getting late. I'll just go through a bit more quicker. He takes a big stride right from the first step itself. It should start with a smaller stride. His body needs to be a bit more upright. His head is leaning a lot forward. Not ideal. Shortening his stride. His head has gone behind. Jumping high. Rear foot has fallen behind his body. Stride is slightly long. Release is slightly more with his shoulders. Now we'll come on to the side view thing. Stride is long, shortens his stride. What should we think? Walk in initially with small steps, maybe 2 steps, and gradually increase momentum uniformly. Let that be uniformly done. For that, you got to get your run-up measurement right. Run-up is the most important aspect for a bowler. Be it a medium pacer, be it a spinner. You get your run-up right, most of the faults we do see it later vanishes automatically. The coach doesn't have to do it. I have seen many coaches do address the delivery stride positions. When you see the delivery, you show the delivery side, he gets into a position. It can happen when you slightly predetermined, get into a side on position and jump. Then you lock yourself, or you may jump out. You may slightly open up your shoulders. It can happen, but invariably, most probably it happens because of the run up. The angle is two things. Jumps high, you should be jumping forward, because our momentum should be forward, not high. Center of gravity, if we take the force up and we come down, it's very difficult to go forward. Very difficult. So we are stopping and then we are again going. We need not stop. We need a small pause for a spinner, but we need not stop there. So sometimes when they stop, they are not able to transfer. So what they do is they rush through the bowling action. That is what happens most of the bowlers. They rush through the action so that they are able to deliver it. That's wrong. It's our fault. Delivery stride is slightly long, must be short for the momentum to easily carry forward. I have already spoken. His release loses height, must bowl from a braced front leg. He is doing it to release from maximum height. He's able to do it, but if body is falling, that's the reason he is going on to the thing. Now, the next man is Raham Rahim. I hope you guys understood exactly what Srivardhan Murali was doing it. Anyway, I think Kotan guys might be having some doubts, or if they are very clear about it, it's fine. We will have a discussion at the end of the class. Just watch Raham Rahim. I have put the stamp line because it's only a single stamp, and these red dots is coming in. We will see it in a slow-mo, but you just watch. The last deck should be, this is from where he's bowling. The stumps are here. He's almost bowling from the center of the wicket. Ideally, it should be somewhere here. Watch again. This is the normal speed. Now, if you see, watch here. The stump is somewhere here. Hook stump will be somewhere here. From where he's coming, he's jumping way outside. He's almost the same pose we did see with Srivardhan Murali. We are seeing with Raham Rahim. But Raham Rahim's run-up momentum is slightly better than Srivardhan Murali. But his angle is also taking it much further away. Again, now we will see the slow motion part. Watch. And then we will go on to the thing, because it's the same. The faults are the same. So I am not showing it now. We will see it after this. And then we'll come back. The strides are also long. He's also jumping a bit high. You see, the rear foot has gone behind. It's almost playing, but later on he's holding it. 46 degrees. It's almost 44 degrees. You can see that. Now we will stop at release point. See, his release point is slightly better than Srivardhan. Srivardhan was somewhere here. His release point is slightly better. His run-up was slightly better. His release point is slightly better, but he is still too far away. Now, will he get drift? Maybe. If his wrist position is right, he will get drift. But the drift is going to take it much further away from the batsman. So, to get the drift, what happens? To get closer to the stump, he's going to push the ball towards the batsman. Then, when he's going to push the ball, he's not going to get the drift. Then it's much more easier for the batsman to play. He's one of our good prospects of Kerala. And how his rear foot is coming? You see again like a leg spinner. From behind the body, across and to the sides. His follow through is on the wicket, slightly fine. Again, one more time, we will watch very fast. He's getting, now you see, we should always, I have told many times to you guys, we will only jump and get into a side on position. We should not get into a predetermined side on position. When you get into a predetermined position, your body tends to fall. It may fall, or sometimes if your non-bowling arm goes a bit more across, some of them do take the non-bowling arm across, they will lock themselves. Then they will bowl from a slightly wider plane, a wider axis angle, I would say, a round armish. Or even it can sometimes come past vertical also. His non-bowling arm is here, so he's going past vertical. It's past vertical because beyond this is the vertical. It should be somewhere here. It's past vertical. And back leg drive is wrong. Now, let's get his thing. Run up approach towards the return crease. Again, ideally, I have already told, ideally it should be towards closer to the stumps. Backward lands behind like Srivardhan, crossover should happen and it should land within base of body. Lands more across, must land slightly across. Past vertical, slightly, it should be ideally slightly away from head. Almost the same, okay, sorry, I went back. I went forward. Back leg comes across, back leg should drive forward. And off spinners, back leg drives with the knee pointing down the wicket, not across the wicket. It should point down the wicket so that your momentum is down the wicket. Even for the leg spinners, it goes a bit slightly across, but normally the leg spinners, the batsmen do play with the spin, it's on the offside. So they go a bit more slightly outside the wicket in their follow through. For the off spinner, he should be by the side of the wicket. That is inside the wicket itself, by the side, not in the umpire's line. That's the thing. Now, we'll go on to the side side view. Normal speed. This is what I meant. His run-up is much balanced. Watch, he's running in. His strides are much bigger, but he's not shortening his stride. He's maintaining the same thing. Sorry. Watch again. He's bowling almost with the same momentum, but his body action is not that much vigorous. You need to have a strong body action. We'll see in the slow motion. right away I'll go into the slow mode so that we will be going quicker. See, the first stride after that he made it bigger. That is what happens. You should always start with a smaller stride, with the balls of the feet almost. He's running again with a very big stride. But his pace is not that fast. He's not rushing through. He's able to adjust it. Simple action, but he's not leading with the bowling arm. Watch, it has crumbled. The back leg has crumbled because he's not coming in with a smaller stride. Let's see how he was at when he is going into the bowling delivery thing. When he's leading, is he leading with the bowling arm? He has started, but instead of going forward, he has taken it up. So what happens? He will jump high. Even though he's not that much jumping, his body is slightly leaning back. It needs to come forward. At landing, his head is slightly back. That is why this is crumbling. It needs to be, head is supposed to be somewhere here straight. You're running in slowly. You are a spinner. You're not running and jumping like the medium pacers. They do arch more. Spinners doesn't have to arch more. Watch, he's bending more. As his stride is small, he's able to shift his weight onto the front foot and come. He has a strong non-bowling arm. Watch his non-bowling arm, how it has gone up. It has gone up nicely and he's pulled it. His action needs to be a bit more robust. It needs to be a bit more strong. He is also pushing more with the shoulders because the transfer of body weight is not happening nicely. This you have to watch the back leg at the releasing point. Your back leg drive will be somewhere here. I hope you guys can see my scroll. It should be somewhere here, back leg. No, it's slightly lagged behind because it's coming around and coming, so he is late. So what happens is he is not going to get much speed in his ball. To get speed, he will pull his non-bowling arm much faster. It's going to be a much flatter trajectory. I would always advise all my spinners to disguise your action. For a faster one, your arm rotation needs to be quicker. You don't need to run in faster. Then the batsman will pick you up. But if you have a disguised action, your non-bowling arm comes faster right at the last minute, and your bowling arm comes much quicker, you can bowl faster. You don't need to bowl at 120, 130. If you bowl at 100, 105, pace is good enough. Follow through is slightly better. This is what is Raham Rahim. We'll go on to the next man. I'm not going to show you guys his side view thing. Now, for the off spinners, we have seen it. What should be the ideal one? As it was quite raining quite heavily over here. I was not able to do it outdoor, and the off spinners didn't turn up because they are all slightly far off. I was not able to do it, and we had our session inside our Thrissur Sports Center badminton hall. I apologize for that, but somehow we got to get it done on time, so I did it here. I just slightly altered my badminton courts into a cricket thing, and I'm doing it. You see, I'm standing over here. I'm just showing the thing. I'll just play you the videos. What happened was I have taken the video with the audio, but I was told in Google Meet the audio doesn't come. I have to talk and get it done. So I'll just show it. I'm just showing it. You see, I am standing slightly inside the return pace for me to come closer to the wicket. This is the way. This is where from where I am going to jump so that I do get the drift slightly off, crosses the eye of the batsman and then takes a turn in. That is what our stock ball should be, always closer. For variation, I can use the crease, but every time my stock ball needs to be closer to the stumps. So watch me. I'm not going to go into the slow motion part. Again, watch me. Whatever 57-year plus man can do it, I have done it. Watch, I'm coming in, jumping in closer, and then I am almost by the side of the wicket. It's very important. I should be here. I have already told we have 9 fielders on the ground. And if I am myself, I'm a good fielder, I can cut a lot of shots which is coming here. I can move. If my follow through is on the wicket and I am slightly bending my body and staying there, I can move onto my left as well as onto my right and dive and stop if my follow through is here. And I can get my short mid-wicket fielder also into play. These are very important. As I already told, self, short mid-wicket and the slip fielders are very important for an off spinner. See to that you involve these 2 guys as well as yourself in every ball. You got to make the batsman play at you. Let him find a way. Let him find a solution to improvise you. If you're successful in that, you will succeed. Not all batsmen are fool. He will find a way out. Batsmen are better nowadays. But if you're consistent, he is bound, he will make mistakes. Then you can catch it. Okay? Now, I said the back foot lands behind the body. The crossover drill should happen. I am demonstrating the crossover drill here. Just watch what I'm doing it. For the crossover drill, I'm jumping and going over the cone and doing it. It's very important. I have to cross over. I am on the balls of the feet when I'm coming in with a smaller stride, and then I have to lead with my bowling arm. You see, I have to lead with my bowling arm so that my head goes forward. My weights will be on the balls of the feet. My head will be slightly ahead. My core is activated. I'm very upright. My head is within the base, everything when I'm running in. And when I'm jumping, then I'll get in the side on position and I'll bowl. Much easier to do. I hope you guys understand that. The crossover drill has to do it so that the back leg, again watch, the back leg goes over the cone. Lands. You might have seen the back leg almost when it lands here. You see, this is what I meant. Back leg is absolutely under my head. Absolutely under my head. Even in my run-up also, it might be coming under the head. It is happening because my angle of run-up is better. I activate my core and run in. And when I activate my core, my body doesn't fall because my head is within the base. We need to activate our core when we sit, when we walk, when we ride on a bike, or when we ride a car. We have to activate our core and sit and ride so that our back is absolutely straight. Our hands are only moving. Here also, our legs are running in, our hands are only moving very slightly for a spinner. We need not sway. If the run-up is big, long strides, we sway. This is what I meant. The back leg should be absolutely under the head. Non-bowling on should have been slightly here. I'm not in touch, so that's the thing. Okay, these two drills, and then on to the next man we will go. The last man. After that, I'll show some certain drills also. I have 1.5 hours to finish it, so I'm slightly running through. Already most of these things are discussed. Most of your good coaches already experienced. Some of you are not applying it because you may not be taking the videos and analyzing it. It's a very important tool, very powerful tool for a coach, the video analysis and the biomechanics. These two are important. If these two are able, if you are able to do it much better, you'll be a better coach. For that, you have to do analyze a lot. You make a lot of mistakes. I have done hundreds of mistakes in my start of my career. And then maybe on the 4th time or 5th time, I was right. But now when I see a boy on the first or second attempt itself, I get it right because I made so many mistakes, Now the mistakes doesn't happen because those mistakes I've learned not to commit again. So that's very important. Okay, guys, now we will see Yadu. I am slightly again slowing it down. We will watch once or twice. Watch him. Very rare fellow. I never see nowadays a left arm spinner coming diagonally across. In Kerala's language, cutting across. Cutting across is not a bloody cricketing term. Diagonally across is a cricketing term. Cutting across is something else. You see how he's coming in? One more time. Again, this is Kotem boy. Thanks, Jitin. And thanks, Tinu also. Tinu only has sent me these videos. Mainly, I have taken the KCA boys videos because most of you might be analyzing, watching, correcting these guys. So I have just touched upon. I will just show my boy the next slide. Aditya Mohan also. I will just show him. He also went through a lot of problems and all. We did it. What are his faults? You might have just seen it. Let's see the normal speed, and then we will just play the normal speed. Watch again. He's rushing through. From where he is releasing, he is almost releasing from here. Almost from close to the return crease, is releasing it. This is what so let's touch upon his front view. Run up, his angle is too close to the stump. He is coming slightly more angular, comes closer, gets into a predetermined side-on position and finishes far across the wicket. He is almost bowling right close to the return crease. Normally the left-arm spinners bowl right in the middle. So you'd get aligned towards the wicket or batsman rather. Back foot, upper off, back foot landing, upper off opens up and body crumbles. He's losing height. That we'll see it in slow motion. These points I'm just showing it so that you can relate it. Front foot lands more across. Release way past vertical. pushes more from his shoulder like a shot putter. Back leg again comes across and falls to the side like the other two. Let's watch his actual speed. Now you see, watch. I'll go into frame by frame. From there, from here, he's walking in towards the stump. He should be aligning here. He should be releasing it here. He should be coming from here to here. But he's coming closer to the stump and is going here. His momentum is going. Watch where he is going. He's coming so close to the stumps. Coming too close. I think this is very difficult. You see his legs are very close. You can see it here. But keep it here. You can see it here. Very close. And now from there, what he is doing? Now he's already getting into a side-on position. You see from here itself. 1 or 2 steps before itself, he is getting the side-on position because his angle is, his momentum is taking it here. It's taking it right across. This is a common fault nowadays. We see it in many left-arm spinners. He's getting the predetermined side-on position. His lower off. Watch. Body opens up. His body opens up. Now he has landed with his back foot. You see his non-bowling arm. It's not at all firm. His body is like a question mark. His leg is thrown way forward. It's only because the angle is taking him across. It's all because of the angle. I repeat, you can see when he is land, you can see the thing. It's 71 degrees. What is ideal? Around 25. Around 25. It's ideal. It's 71 degrees. Now what happens? It's bowling way past vertical. This is his, I think, position is supposed to be is way past vertical. And he's bowling from close to the return crease. Batsman will be in this line. So he's pushing it more and he'll be undercutting the ball. He'll be undercutting the ball. He will not be able to bowl overspin. You see his head is way much. His head is supposed to be here. Supposed to be here. He's way past. He's a very tall boy. He's a very tall boy. If you see on his full height, he's lying. He's slightly crumbled. His height is here. Okay, I'll just keep the score over there only. And when he's coming in, he has lost his height a lot. He has lost his height a lot from here. Bowling way past vertical. This is what I meant in the thing. So again, we'll revisit this page. Angle is too close to the stump. Predeterminedly get side on. What is ideal? Start more closer to the umpire. Start more closer to the umpire. Move in such a way that the last 2-3 steps are more straighter down the wicket. So what you got to do it? Ask the umpire to slightly go back. Some umpires say, I can't see the line. Yes, maybe when you are locally playing, you don't have a third umpire and all, they will not listen to you. But when you go and play in Ranji Trophy or in under 19 and all, when you do videos all around, the umpires do step a bit back. They won't go very much back, but they can step a bit back. That's enough. See to that where you want it. Request the umpire. If he's not, what I used to do it, when I used to go around the wickets and bowl, sometimes my arms used to brush the umpire. I used to laugh and come. What happens? The umpire slightly takes 1 step back. I don't tell him, I don't look him in the eye and say, come on, slightly go back. I'm not going to intimidate. I'm going to just, I will say, sorry, sir. Immediately what he does, he goes back a bit so that I don't touch it, because I need that sort of room for me to get aligned myself when I come diagonally across from and bowl round the wicket, especially when I am bowling to a left-handed batsman. As a right-arm off spinner, I used to do it. I was a right-arm off spinner, everyone knows. So the same thing applies to a left-arm spinner. Start moving closer to the umpire, move in such a way that you are slightly coming in front of the umpire, not touching him, but maybe the last two steps is good enough. I won't say three also. If 2 steps are more straighter, you will be in a very good position to bowl right in the middle of the wicket for you to get a good drift again, right, crossing the eye line and then pitching and turning across the batsman. Again, the three fielders, I would say self, spinner, and the short covers are active. And now that's called aggressive fielding, aggressive bowling. You got to keep these three always in your perspective when you bowl. That's very important. I tell my boys, these three guys are very important, including self. I need to stop all the shots which are playing coming to me on my left as a left-arm spinner. Then the batsman will try to make room and play. The short covers is there. When what then? If he has to do it, he will hit hard between me and short covers. Sometimes some batsmen will try to make room. He will make a mistake. Slips comes into play. Short covers comes into play. Or even the deep extra cover point. Deep cover fielders. When they do lift it in the air, trying to go over short covers. So it's all there happening because your angle is good. Your length is good. Your bowling area is good. So it's very important your run up. I harp on it. If your run up is good, most of the falls doesn't happen. It does happen a bit. Some of the boys are not strong. They do have a strong core. Then they do slightly lean to the sides and all. They fall to the sides. The strides gets bigger and all. Because they are not strong enough, they crumble and all. You got to work on it. Have some strength training, but it should never happen because of the technical faults. Those things happens because of the physical fitness part. The technical aspect, you got to cover it. That's under you and it's your job. Okay, back foot, upper off opens up, body crumbles, he loses height. What is ideal? Must get side on only in your jump. And upper arm needs to be high and firm. His upper arm is not firm. Front foot lands more across. It should land slightly across. I would again say less than 30. Around 25 is good enough. It should be slightly across your back foot. Okay, guys. Release point way past vertical and he pushes more from the shoulder like a short putter. That can be visible from your side view. Slightly, it should be slightly away from your head and you got to release it with your overspin, not undercutting the ball. Most of the spinners are undercutting the ball. They keep pushing the ball into the batsman, trying to pin them down. Cowards, I would say. Slide the ball, make him play, make him play, make him play strokes, let him hit you, get hit, then only you will get wickets. You're not going to make him hit you, you're not going to get wickets. Some other bowler who is smart, he will pick the wickets. You are going to be a bloody, you will be looking like a fool. Bowling tight, fine. Maybe a T20 match, it's fine. Maybe in a one-day match, may not work that much because you need wickets. 50 overs is a long period. You need wickets as a spinner because in the middle overs, if you're not going to do well, they keep the wickets, your fast bowlers are going to get hammered. And the fast bowlers are going to come back at you and say, you guys didn't do the job properly. So we will get blamed. Back leg comes across, falls to the side, must again drive forward. Let's see the side view part. Watch it. One more time. Simple action. Only thing is, it's not very vigorous. Strong action here. Okay. Now we'll see his side arm action. I'll go into the slow motion right at the beginning itself. We are getting late. Coming with smaller steps, but he is walking tail to toe. Again, that will take your head much forward. His strides is getting bigger. You see when he's running in the previous stride, how he's coming in. He's not a panther. He's not walking in as a fielder. He's a bowler. He needs to be upright because he has a very small area to align, get his momentum right and bowl. And he's crumbling. His knees are bent, his body is arched, He's not running in strong. Now he's getting into a slightly more using his height, but again he's shortening his stride because, again, I said earlier, his measured length is wrong, or else his walking steps or his running steps are not proper. You got to work that right. Get the measurement right, as well as with the smaller strides, you will get it better. Simple thing, if you're measuring it wrong, start doing the reverse way. I do it with many guys, do the reverse way. Nothing wrong in it. From here, I'll ask him from here to just go back and bowl. From where? The bowling cutting. From here, I'll ask him to just go back and then bowl. So, and then mark it once or twice, he does it, and then ask him to come back on the same mode and do it. Sometimes he may not do it because he's habit of going again. After some time, he will get it right because he will shorten his stride and come in. Now you see his weight. He's slightly back. Again, watch his hands. How is he leading with his bowling arm? He's not doing it. I have already shown it. In the next video, I'll show during the drill. He's leading with the bowling arm, but his head is far back. This arm is supposed to be here. Head supposed to be here. Much back, head. Now he's jumping way too high. Now he has landed. To see how his non-bowling arm is absolutely straight. That is why he is opened up. He is absolutely straight. The non-bowling arm needs to be slightly bent for you to look over your shoulders. It needs to be slightly bent. The more higher, the more it will block you. And how it comes. Watch. This second line I have shown it is that. You see his leg also, like a stick it is going. A walking stick. How it has gone. You see this? It's gone straight. It is supposed to go. Pull it. We have seen it with Raham Rahim. Pull it hard. He is not. And it's coming very straight. Very straight. His bowling arm is coming, I think non-bowling arm is very coming straight. You see, he has released the ball. Where is his back leg? My God, way behind. How he's bowling. Watch it. He's not bowling. He's bowling. He's just doing a short put. Just joking, guys. You see why I'm telling that? How his hands are coming. See, his hands are coming like this. Absolutely wrong. He's just pushing it way above his head. His parabola is like this and coming down. It needs here to come down, dip and go. He will never be able to dip the ball. You slightly step up, you can just take him on the full and board, hit him. And then he will be rushing through so that the batsman is not stepping. See, he has released it. How much time he is taking for his rear leg? The ball has almost crossed halfway down. Then only his rear leg is going past his front foot. I think the ball might have already reached. Now his rear foot is here. So what happens? He's going to be much later when the ball is played back to him. No follow through at all. We'll have one more time. Watch again. First step is fine. I would say second step is slightly longer. Slightly longer. Third step is also slightly longer. Fourth one is lengthened his stride. Fifth, he started running in with a bigger step. He crouched, both the feet out of the air. Now he started shortening his stride because he started coming closer. He feels he has neared the crease much faster. Jumping high. Non-bowling arm is not firm. Stride is slightly long. Pushing with his shoulders, and rear leg is not happening at all. So, what exactly? Run up, he rushes through his run up. We have seen it. So when you rush through your thing, run up, you tend to lose your balance and control. Ideally, walk in initially with small steps and gradually increase your momentum. Jumps high, non-bowling arm, not firm, doesn't come down hard. That's a long lever, we call it in biomechanics. It's a long lever. More shorter lever, faster reaction. That's very important. How it's supposed to be? Jump forward. As I already said, your momentum is supposed to be forward. Non-bowling arm needs to be high, firm, and must come down hard, tucked at your hip. Delivery stride strong, long. It can be short, as this helps in transfer of body weight forward. Why I have said this? I have not said in the other guys, they did slightly transfer the body weight better. He is not able to do it. His body is not firm. So he needs to shorten his stride for his body to transfer, so that you will understand here, back foot leg drive, you will understand there. Release, loses height, pushes the ball with his shoulders. Lack of weight transfer. Lack of weight transfer is happening in his release. That is why he's pushing more with his shoulder. What is ideal? From raised front leg at maximum height, release with your firm wrist and with the overspin. Back leg drive, you have seen it, back leg hangs behind. I said it's hanging behind at release. What should be the slightly shorter stride will help his momentum forward in his back leg drive. And again, back leg drive, what we got to do it? Crossover drill. Follow through, not match. He stops in his first stride itself. Need to follow through for 2 to 3 steps. Okay, guys, this is the one thing. This is what we have seen, the faults and corrections. Now, how to go about in your thing. We have seen the run-up drill. Now, stand and bowl, as well as from one step and bowl, is for a left arm spinner. To get your thing right. He's doing a stand and drill, stand and bowl, head under your body, under your leg, absolutely. Non-bowling arm slightly bent. Watch his bowling arm from the loading position. He'll take it forward and bowl. When he's releasing it, he is almost in line with his feet. It should be slightly away. It should be slightly away. But no one can be perfect. He can be slightly away. That's the one. The side view, I will show it. In fact, I will show you guys the slow motion also, and then I'll go on to the slow, I think the side view. It's very important to go back. I've got 15 minutes, I'll just go quickly. Here you will be able to understand exactly. Watch. From here, the legs are down, under your head. Stand and bowl drill for you to get your action right, not to bowl from past vertical. You see, he's leading with his bowling arm forward. That's very important. When you do that, your head tends to go forward. Non-bowling arm slightly going across. It should be coming down, but he somehow locks it up. See, at almost at release point, the frame of thing is slightly one thing. It's not coming frame by frame. His releasing point is almost straight. Releasing point should be somewhere here. The head needs to be here. Head has slightly fallen to the side. It's much better than the other guys. And now, how he's finishing it? Close to the body. Now you see how he's moving in down the wicket. The shoulders are down the wicket. Let's see the back foot drive, how it is going. Watch from here. Back foot drive. How it is going. Down the wicket. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Down the wicket. Not going across. Now, this follow through will be absolutely here itself. This is what we have to do. Stand and bowl will help you in your action. You got to get your run-up right. I will show you. I will show the run-up drill also. And then the side view part. Watch. The one going forward and he's releasing it. Watch one more time. Now we will see the slow motion. See, stand and bowl is in the loading position. From here, it's very important. Watch, he's leading with his bowling arm. He's going forward. And watch his non-bowling arm. It's very important, guys. This is very important point. I have to put it across to you guys. This non-bowling arm will stay firm and there only till your bowling arm reach halfway down. It needs to be there. You see there? It's up only. Now only it starts swinging forward and down. What happens? Your body will be at the maximum height. Again, watch this. From the loading position, he's going forward. When he's going forward, his head is going forward. So the axes are very close. The head also goes forward. You see, at the release, raised leg, body is much more better. You see his position, much better. His non-bowling arm is stuck. What about his back leg? This is what I mean. It's very important. This should be here. Absolutely right. And he's going forward. You see his non-bowling arm going back. Stand and bowl, it needs to be very strong, your bowling action. Okay, guys. Now we'll go on to the next one. You see, normally we see lot of bowlers, lot of bowlers. Last two or three, I think three more to do it. Slides. This is, you have to see it. Most of the bowlers nowadays, the left-arm spinners, do bowl from round the wicket. They start right in the middle. They come in and go to the edge of the return crease and then bowl. They undercut the ball. What you got to do it like a spinner? You don't have too much thing. The umpires just stand here. Stand by the side of the umpire. Come in closer to the umpire. Come over here and then come. Okay, guys. I'll show you on the full video itself, so you guys will. So much speed. See how he's coming in. Watch again. Close to the umpire, aligning himself and coming in. He's coming here, slightly going here, aligning himself. See, watch. From here, he's going in. He's slightly, you see his toe, slightly turned a bit, aligning himself. Now, he's jumping in. Watch. When he's jumping in, his head is under his feet. He's in a much better position. His non-bowling arm slightly should be slightly more here for him to get. There's nothing wrong in it. Sometimes the bowlers do feel like he wants to look, then he will start falling. You don't have to. You see the next stride, he'll be able, before he releases, he'll be able to look at the batsman. There's no harm in it then. See? This is the normal thing. You guys want to look at a slow motion thing? We'll just go fast. So that it's coming in with smaller strides. It can be a bit more smaller. Watch how he's going in. He's leading with his bowling arm. Both the arms are not going together, guys. This is what I meant. This is very important for your head to go forward. If you take your bowling arm, you lead with your bowling arm, your head will go forward. You take both the arms up, your head is going to go up and go back. You'll arch back. That's not right. Then he gets into a gather position. Beautiful loading guy. Absolutely here, in line with his rear shoulders coming down. Watch from where he's bowling. You're seeing Vedu bowling from wide of the crease. Most of the bowlers do bowl from here. Even he used to bowl like that only when I saw him. He was also like others, like he's watching others and doing it, because everyone feels like pushing the ball onto the batsman is much more easier. Their presumption. They are assuming it wrong. He's right in the middle of the crease and bowling it. He will get a very, very good drift and he will bowl. Nowadays he gets beautiful drift. The seam position is more towards the. I'm not getting it. It has gone beyond. Okay, we are running short. You see how he's finishing it down the body, going forward. Now we will see the diagonal part. We will see the normal diagonal part. I said first we will see it in normal speed. Again, there he has gone. You see, he's not getting close to the stump at all. See how far he is, from where he is coming. Yadu was coming from here. Umpire is here. From where he is starting. He's starting almost inside or in line with the return crease again. He's not beyond here. He's not here. Now watch. He's very close to the umpire. And now he's coming in. And coming straight. It's very important. We'll see it in slow motion. Watch. He's over here. Watch again. In slow motion, you'll be able to understand. Coming very close to the umpire. His body is trying to align towards the batsman. That is more important. He is not running in this way. He is not towards the covers or cover point or thing. He is coming, aligning himself more towards the batsman. Now he's jumping in and bowling from middle of the crease. We just took it 2 days back, so there is a small error in this, I would say. When he's coming in, he started slightly predetermined side on. Normally he comes in, beautifully he comes in, and then he aligns himself. When he is in practice, he is not in practice for the last 3-4 months. I asked him to come and do it after around 10-15 balls. He got himself ready. Watch. Again, where is his feet? When he's landing, it's absolutely under the body. Watch it. It's under the body. Head is under the thing. It's within the base. The feet is under the head. It's much easier now to transfer forward and your momentum to go forward. It's much easier for you to go forward now. You will not fall to the sides. I'll show you the last one from the back. I'm not doing the slow motion part. We are running short already 12:30. Watch how he's doing it from the back. Where he is going. He's going here. Training guys, I hope you guys are able to hear me. I'm in my office.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are able to hear you.
Oh, okay. We have come to the end of our drills and other things. Beautiful. Okay, guys, the class thing is over. Now, if you guys have anything to ask me, most welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I think it was
I'm
very,
able to
very.
hear training a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So, can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, it's very informative class, sir. Lot of new
You
things.
know,
Sir.
it's a bit difficult. I'm not able to hear much. It's quite raining heavily.
Okay. All right, sir.
So I may have to go on to the
Yeah, sir. If
inside
you
the
can
car
see,
or
yeah, sir. If you can see the message box.
I'm not able to hear.
Oh, okay.
See, the volume is 100%.
Yeah, sir. If you can take the message box.
Yeah,
Hello,
Tino,
sir.
tell me.
Sir, if you can take the message box, there's few questions that the coaches have written.
I'm not able to hear you, Tino.
Oh, okay. Sir, I'll call you, sir. I'll call you then.
Can you guys wait? I will go on to the uh, indoor stadium. It may take 5 minutes and then I will again come back.
Okay, no problem, sir. No problem. We'll wait. No problem.
It's okay?
Sir. Hello. Okay, coaches. Hope you can hear me, coaches.
Yes, Kekan.
Yeah. So I think it was a very informative class that Shai sir took. I think he went in a lot of details. ഒരുപാട് ഡീറ്റെയിലേക്ക് ശേഷർ പോയി. നമുക്ക് ഒരു ദിവസത്തിലെല്ലാം മനസ്സിലാവാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും. ബട്ട് വെൻ വി ഗോ ആൻഡ് അപ്ലൈ ദീസ് തിങ്സ്, ഈ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ ചെന്ന് ട്രെയിനിങ് ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പം നമുക്ക് കൂടുതൽ ഇതായിട്ട് റിലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അത് റിലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് ഇത് നമ്മൾക്ക് കൂടുതൽ മനസ്സിലാവാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്. സോ ദീസ് ക്ലാസ്സസ് വിൽ ബി പോസ്റ്റഡ് in the Kerala Cricket Association website. Okay, in a day or two, ഈ ക്ലാസ്സസ് KCA വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പിന്നെയും പോയി ഇത് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റും. വീണ്ടും കേട്ടിട്ട് ആ വീഡിയോസ് കാണുമ്പോഴായിരിക്കും നമുക്ക് കൃത്യമായിട്ട് അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് അഗൈൻ ഈ PPT കൂടെ നിങ്ങൾ PPTയും വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. എല്ലാം PPTയും വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്യാം. സോ എനി ഡൗട്ട്സ് യു ഹാവ്. ഹലോ സർ. Okay, coaches, please bear with us about 2 or 3 minutes. Hope everything will be okay. Please wait. We'll try and clear these questions also, and then we'll stop this class.
കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും അവർക്ക്. ഞാനിപ്പോ ഒരു 2 നിമിഷത്തിൽ അവിടെ എത്തും. 2 നിമിഷത്തില് അവിടെ ഇൻഡോർ അടുത്ത് തന്നെയാണ്. ഞാൻ എന്റെ ലാപ്ടോപ്പ് കയ്യിലില്ല, കാരണം ഞാൻ കുറെ കാറിന്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ കുടുങ്ങി. അതാണ് ആയത്. 2 മിനിറ്റ്സിൽ ഞാൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം.
Tinu, please unmute.
Yeah, sorry. So what we'll do, we just wait for 2 more minutes, and then we can clear these questions with Saji sir itself, and then we can proceed. Please stay connected. Please stay connected. Bit more patience. Saji sir is going to the indoor stadium because a lot of rain there. ഒരുപാട് മഴയുണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ടൊന്നും കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. നമുക്കും മൈക്കിൽ കൂടെ കേൾക്കാം അവിടെ മഴ പെയ്യുന്നത്. എറണാകുളത്ത് വലിയ മഴയില്ല, ഇവിടെ വെയിലാണ്. നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് അറിയില്ല. തൃശ്ശൂർ മഴയാണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായി എന്തായാലും. Anyway, coach is good. You are asking questions. Amazing that so much questions have appeared. So that shows your keenness to learn. Very good. I think class overall it was of very high quality. Lot of fundamental and basic things were covered up, which is very important when it comes to spin bowling. I think again Shashi sir specified the importance of run up. Just like fast bowlers, spinners also run up is a very integral part. And again, that consistency in the run up is even more important. So we'll try and clear these questions with Shashi sir, and you'll have a better idea. Hello, Shashi sir. Shashi sir. Hello. Shashi sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, presentation മാറ്റിയോ? Stop presenting ചെയ്തോ? You can stop presenting. Presentation ഇനി വേണ്ടല്ലോ. And
Yeah, Tino, I'm on.
yeah, we'll start. We'll start, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah. So there's few questions from our coaches. Okay. So Rajesh Ratnakumar is asking the first question, sir.
Yeah.
Is the angles marked in the videos are
Yeah.
the angle between front foot or back foot?
I didn't think angle marked in the video.
Are the angles between front foot and back foot.
I have just shown angle of run up only. Front foot
Okay.
and back foot doesn't make any sense. I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I think in the delivery stride, sir. In the
Oh, in
delivery
the
stride.
delivery
Yeah.
stride.
In the delivery stride, we had angles of the Yadu Krishnan.
Angle, okay, angle.
Yes,
It
the
is
angle.
angle, the degree or meaning that is
Correct.
from,
Degree. Yeah.
it is from the back foot to the front foot.
Yeah.
It is, say, for an off spinner, it's back foot toe to the heel. That will be the angle.
Correct, sir. Back foot. So it's back foot toe to the heel. So I think that question should be
Yeah.
answered. Very good.
That is the thing. His angle, I think his degree is slightly more, 44, 46, and Yadu it is 70 odd. It is that angle only.
Okay.
That is
Back foot toe to the heel. That's good,
heel.
sir.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. So Sarana Kumar, sir,
Yeah.
has asked two questions. So I will just combine it. His
Yeah.
first is asked, which is a better bowling action for spinners to generate spin? And the second question, similar question, I prefer side-on and semi-open bowling action can generate spin. Is it true? So he's asking. He has found that side-on and both bowling action can generate spin. Some coaches are teaching side-on. So which one is better? He is asking.
It's always, there is only one action I said for a spinner, it is side on. Semi side on, there is no semi side on even for a fast bowler and all. Semi side on position, they say it, but there is no action. The problem in a spinner, as the momentum is much lesser and the body position doesn't generate that sort of speed like a fast bowlers, if you get into a side on position, you tend to get your elbow bent. Most of the bowlers do chuck, especially the left arm spinners as well as the right arm off spinners, because they slightly open up. It's a very dangerous thing. Spinners always should get into a side on position. There is no other go. It can be in line, but ideally slightly across.
Yeah. So, sir, for finger spinners, it's slightly across in a side-on position.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay,
Semi
sir.
side on, I think it is never recommended by any recognized coach.
Okay. Okay. Good, sir. Sir, Jitin Francis has two questions.
Yeah.
First is, which angle is more advisable, cutting through or around the wicket for left-arm spinner? Second one is, second one is about loading. Is it advisable back of the arm facing towards the bowler? Is it advisable while loading the back of the arm can face towards the bowler? So two questions. Yeah.
Okay. The first question is, which is better, round or diagonal? Cutting through is not there, Jitin. I said only in Kerala we call it cutting through. Cricket colloquial term is cricketing term is diagonally across. Only we say it. Ideally, when we play 4-day matches and all, ideally for a spinner to have a clean action, it's always diagonal, coming across and bowling, because you can easily align yourself into a side-on position and bowl. When you come from round the wicket, you normally tend to slightly go across, because when you try to bowl faster, your leg will start going away towards the return crease. Then you start undercutting the ball. That is where most of the bowlers do develop wrong actions. So if you are going to bowl on a wicket, say you are going to play a T20, I would some bowlers do prefer to bowl from round the wicket. No problem. But end of the day, when the match is over, they got to come back. They got to be working on the diagonal part also, or else alignments are going to get wrong. One of the main reasons we are not getting good spinners nowadays, it's because they are going for shortcuts rather than working hard and aligning themselves. They have to work a bit more when they have to come from round the wicket. But in the long run, that's better, because you can have a good drift and turn. Or else when you come from round the wicket directly, you're going to undercut the ball, because any good batsman will step out and play. Any good batsman will sweep you. So what? You will push. When you start pushing it, it's going to be undercutting. That is what. So, but when you, ideally, I would say for a T20, you can come down. Otherwise, you should always practice coming diagonal. That will keep you aligned and clean action.
Okay, okay, sir. Sir, second
The
part.
second question is, he's asking the palm, back of the palm should be facing the bowler.
Yes, yes. Is it permissible? Is it advisable?
You see, certain guys like Sijo Mohan does it nowadays. He's doing this and then he's doing it. But at the time of delivery, at the time of release, your palm should be facing skywards for you to do the overspin. But if it is towards the back of the thing, it is back of the bowler. He said back of the bowler, you know?
Yes, sir. Facing towards the bowler, sir.
Facing towards the bowler.
Back of the arm towards the bowler. So somewhere like this side. Yeah.
In his say it is releasing point or
No, while loading, sir. While loading.
Yeah, I won't say it is wrong. I won't say it is wrong. Some of the bowlers do have this, and then they normally when they start the bowling action, they take it forward and bring it. No problem, as long as he takes it forward. But from that position, if he pulls it down, he may tend to slightly bend his arm, and he may be able 100%. He might be chucking from back. If he's showing it, he takes it forward and then rotates and brings it down and up and to the releasing point. Absolutely no problem. It can be done. I can show. I will show this action and show it. In fact, in our group, if it is required later on, or else in the next class, I will show this.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Next, SG Cricket School has asked, good afternoon, sir. I have seen bowlers with very good action, but still they are not able to turn the ball. What do you think would be the reason? On the other hand, bowlers with awkward actions are able to turn the ball. So what would you suggest? Should we change the action or let them bowl the way they are bowling? Please suggest.
Yeah, good question. Only a good action is not going to work. You got to have a very good firm grip also, and a wrist position. The turn and the spin, everything is from the wrist. That is why we are called finger spinners. It should happen from a very firm wrist and fingers. If you have a very good action and you are pushing or you are just releasing the ball without giving a lot of pull down, that you have to drag the ball, it's not going to turn. The action is not going to work. Awkward action, very good pull down. Their action will be very strong. That is why they are turning the ball. That's the reason I find very good action, fine, but the wrist position and the fingers do work on the ball. I think they will be able to get turned on most of the surfaces. Good question.
Okay. Sir, thank you, sir. One question we have from Arun Kumar. Please brief a bit about the position of hands during run-up and the timing the release in relation to front foot landing. So he's asking basically how the position of hand should be while we are running in and
while running in, I'll cover. I think while running in, it can be down by the side of your body itself for a spinner. There is nothing like you have to be at waist high like a medium pacer. It can be down by the side of the body because we are walking in. And then we are slowly jogging in and then getting to a position. So by the side of the body is fine. It doesn't have to be up at where a 90-degree angle like a medium pacers. And the second question, Tinu?
At front foot landing, it's like this: the timing of release in relation to front foot landing. I think he's asking at where should the release position be at front foot landing?
Yeah, the release for a spinner is slightly behind the exact straight maximum height. It's slightly behind. Then only you will get the overspin. It is slightly behind. If you want to bowl a faster one, it goes a bit ahead. If you want to bowl a overspin, it is maximum height just behind. But how do we know it? We won't know it. If you get the head right, back leg drive exactly right by the side of our front foot, the knee, I would rather the release automatically gets better. Very good question, Jitin. How do you get it right? I am asking.
Arun asked.
The rope. Arun, no?
Arun Kumar.
Arun
Alappuzha.
Kumar from
Alappuzha.
Alappuzha. Yeah, very good question. And now, how do you get it? Yes, now again, you have to tie a rope and then keep a small cone or small mat or something at good length area. Ask your spinner to just flight the ball and hit that mat area. When he is bowling, say right from behind, it will go and reach the batsman. If he's pushing it, it will go under the rope. All those things, it can be worked very nicely. You need to drag the ball very nicely, then only the release point will be right. You can't push the ball, then it will be early release.
Yeah, sir. Thank you,
It's
sir.
very difficult to answer on the thing, like we can show it and do it. It can happen always slightly. It should always, for an off spinner, it should be slightly behind the maximum height, not forward. For a normal stock ball, I'm telling. For a faster one, it is ahead. For much slower one, it is slightly more behind. For a stock ball, which should normally bowl at, say, 80, 85 Ks, it should be slightly behind your maximum height.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I would recommend the coaches go and do this in front of a mirror or shadow, so we ourselves can get a feel of it.
Absolutely.
Where the questions
Absolutely.
right.
I do a lot of things. I am still learning. After leaving KCA, I am more on the ground now. I have learned a lot in the last 2 years. It really empowered me. When I am going and doing it, I think I feel sometimes I am doing justice to the children, because we have a lot to learn. The learning doesn't stop till we are under the soil.
Absolutely, sir. And we learned from you when you were in KCA.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Sir, CB Kumar asking a question. Sir, at time of release, the ball head or bowling arm aligned to front foot. That I think is asking at time of release, is the head or bowling arm which should be aligned to the front foot?
Head. Bowling arm should be slightly away. Head to be in aligned with your front foot. Good question again, relating to the class.
Yes, sir. Sir, Anish from Trivandrum has the last question. He's asking, what should be the position of head and shoulder? I think he is asking, what should be the position of head and shoulder while loading? While loading, where should the head and shoulder be positioned?
Head, eyes.
Head and
eyes and head should be steady. When we say, it should be absolutely focusing on the batsman or the area or whatever it is. We won't be able to. People do say, what's the good length? What good length is it's an area. We won't be able to track it. I would say, lock yourself to a target. The target, if it is batsman, may not be right. He also moves. I would always say off stump, base of the stump, or something. Lock yourself. Your head is much more steady. Your eyes will be much more steady. And then with the peripheral vision, you will be able to see whether the batsman is moving or not. Once you get it, when into the release position, you will be able to see exactly the batsman is doing. Now the shoulder part. Now when he is asking about the head.
Sir, he's asking, sir, head and shoulder. You told about leading with the bowling hand.
Yeah.
So he's asking, when we lead with the bowling hand for loading, where should our head and shoulder position be?
You see, when you're leading with your head is absolutely straight. When you're leading with your bowling arm, head is absolutely straight. The shoulder is now coming into the position to turn and into the side on position. When you're leading into the thing, when that question is asking, when you're loading.
Yeah, just before loading, sir. Just before loading. While we are leading with the bowling arm, where our head and shoulder.
The shoulder will be absolutely away from the wicket. Head is absolutely, you are front on, you are running in. When you're leading, when you're starting your bowling action, you're leading with the arm, you're absolutely front on. When do you get into side on position? Only in the jump. I don't know whether he has phrased that question right. If he is asking it, when do we do it? When we are leading with the bowling arm before loading, I am absolutely front on. Only in the jump I will get into a side on position.
Yeah. Okay, sir. I think it was clear, sir. I think it's clear. Okay, so last question from
Yeah.
Pradesh Haridas.
Yeah.
It is a very, I think, very useful question at this time where spinners bowl with the new ball. They in the limited format they're bowling with new ball. So he asking is any special suggestions for a spinner as a new ball bowler?
There is nothing, no special suggestion or something. When you bowl with a new ball, you know the ball is not going to turn much. So don't try to turn the ball and do it. Hit the right line, and always like normal when you go and bowl on a batting surface with the old ball also, what you do it, you give a good strong action, let the ball drift, may dip, it may not turn. Same thing when you do it, you don't hit the ball. When you don't hit the ball, what happens? With the new ball, the ball drifts away. So you find a lot of people doing that. Even Ashwin does it with the seam. What I used to do it, what I would recommend, normally ball with the seam up. Now the ball will not drift much. On pitching, it will go out like an outswinger. It drifts away. When you want to bowl a faster one, cut the seam, push it, and then it goes. You need to slightly change your arm rotation a bit more quicker. But when you're flighting it, see to that you're not pushing it, you're tracking it. So that when the ball pitches, they will see and they will try to play for the spin, ball drifts out. Okay, very good question. For that, you got to bowl a lot on true surfaces, We
Yes,
normally
yes.
play on slightly soft tracks where the ball, even the new ball will turn. Normally on T20 one-day matches, on a 4-day match, the ball doesn't turn on the first day with the new
Correct.
ball. It all depends upon the surface also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I think it was an amazing session for all of us because it was technically loaded. I thought it was really, there was a lot of technical information that we got that we were waiting for. I think we were looking for exact.
Most welcome. Great
Yeah.
session. Also, I think I appreciate all the guys who have joined in. I hope you guys learned something today. Most of the things I did speak, but certain things I missed out. In fact, it's not that I was not aware of it. I missed out on certain things, thinking that everyone knows it. I apologize for the rain coming, and then I was not able to hear you guys out. It took around 10 minutes or so for me to come back. I apologize for that. I hope everyone goes back and work. If you guys need me, you guys know my old number. It's the same. You can call me. You can send any videos. I'm always there to help and share. Sharing my knowledge is my job. I want to just give whatever I can to the coaches, but none of the coaches calls me. That's really disheartening and disappointing because they are shy. You got to come out of it. You got to keep, like, they ask a lot of questions. Then you need to ask questions. You need to learn. I am learning. I also, if the question is opening my eyes, I'm going to work more. I want those sort of sessions. Thanks, Tinu, for inviting
Thank
me.
you, sir.
Thanks, Casey, also. Great
Thank,
day, great time. We'll
thank you,
see
coaches.
on 6th.
Thank you all coaches. Edwin sir just messaged that it is International Coaches Day today. So wish you all happy Coaches Day. It's such a joy to be coaches and helping these boys out in their careers. So happy coaching, everyone. See you all on Thursday. Next Thursday, sir, we are waiting for wrist spinners also. So I think thank you once again.
Yeah.
See you all.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for. I think it's already 1 o'clock. So thank you for your patience. Thank you. Bye. Bye.